All right, so Agent A, you want to kick it off?
For sure.
Top
All
five.
right.
All right,
I'm
let's go.
excited. I was real hyped to come back for this. I've been thinking about it, and
Yeah,
just like last time, just ones that resonate the most with me. So
Yeah.
the list is a
Yeah.
little weird,
it's all good.
but
That's
to
even
kick it
better.
up,
That's weird.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's not as weird, but it's some of it you're gonna be like, what? Um,
No, we want
I
that. We
got
want
some
that.
too.
We want
I
that.
got
Yeah,
some
me too.
too.
Me too. I'm gonna be
all
like,
right.
what?
So to kick it off, not to be cliche, but everybody who knows me knows I love Whitney Houston. So I had to start with the Bodyguard.
Okay.
It goes without saying, like, and it's not even for the reason you might think I Will Always Love You was the hit, but I Have Nothing is my favorite Whitney Houston song. With All the Men That I Need, they're tied, but I Have Nothing is a perfect recording, and so that made the soundtrack number one for me off rip, because that song is just fantastic. But Run to You, Queen of the Night, the I'm Every Woman remake, the Jesus Loves Me remake, fire.
Yeah.
My
So
mother,
that's my first
she used
one.
to blast that. I'm everyone. And the funny thing, I got 3 brothers, and we're sitting in the car like, God damn, we gotta listen to this shit again.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen and enjoy. That's classic music.
For
Man,
real.
man, my mom and my grandma. I'm everyone. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan.
Shaka
I'm
Khan.
like, oh
Did
my
it.
God.
That was a fire ass remix.
That was, though.
It
That
was,
was,
though.
though.
Yeah,
She killed
can't
it.
front. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
did. But yeah, so that's like my top. I had the cassette when I was little. I got the
Yeah.
CD when I was a little bit older. Now it's on my phone. So number one for me. And then keeping in the spirit of Whitney Houston, we're going to Wait and Exhale.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
one of the best R&B albums to come out in the 90s, in my personal opinion. And it was all females, and it was just fire. My favorite track though is Let It Flow by Toni Braxton. Flames. It's just like, I wasn't even going through nothing as a child, but I felt it in my soul.
I think I remember that.
But she had everybody on there. SWV, Faith Evans, TLC was on there, Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle. Everybody was on there, so it was a really good album.
Patti LaBelle's on there too.
I believe so.
That's crazy. They had an all-star.
Yeah. It's like a super team, man.
She had everybody. And the thing is crazy is she handpicked everybody. So like, I felt bad for everybody who was excluded. I was like, damn, y'all didn't make the cut.
That says a lot, right?
Yeah.
Damn. You know, Brandy on here, but Monica ain't on here.
And that's what I said. I was like, oof. Vocal Bible. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but I love Monica. Let me not. No shade. I love Monica.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 2. Waiting to Exhale. I used to listen to that. I used to kill that. Like, I was going through stuff. And of course, Mary J. Blige. I don't see how I forgot that one. Not Gonna Cry was in there. So
yeah, that's a hit right there. Not Gonna Cry.
That's a slap right there.
Hell yeah.
Again, it was preparing me for heartbreak.
No,
life. But my next one is, we're kind of going back a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever seen the movie, but my parents played Superfly quite a bit. My parents love Curtis Mayfield. So,
all right. Okay.
That Superfly soundtrack was in heavy rotation. I remember the vinyl, and my dad used to play it all the time. And when my dad wasn't home, it seemed like my mom used to play it all the time. So I was just like, Freddie's Dead is one of my favorite Curtis Mayfield songs.
Curtis. Yeah.
He Push a Man, obviously, and Superfly, but Curtis Mayfield was the dude in the 70s on soundtracks, if we being honest.
Yeah.
He was all over the place.
Yep.
So, but yeah, Freddie's Dead is my jam. Like, I get ready to that, and I'm like, you listen to the lyrics, and it's like, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was speaking the truth, so, about that time period, so. Superfly is at number 3. Number 4 is Boomerang.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies, and this is what made me like really like fall in love with like Toni Braxton. She had 2 songs on there, I believe, the Love Should Have Brought You Home and the one she did with Babyface.
Yeah.
And this made me a Toni Braxton stan because I love her. But, and you know, Boyz II Men was on there. Who else was on there? Everybody was on there, actually. Johnny Gill. That Johnny Gill song is one of my favorites.
Charlie Wilson, Aaron Hall.
Yeah, everybody was on there.
Yeah.
So another classic like R&B album for that time, like the early 90s.
Yep.
And dope movies too, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know about Superfly. I don't know if that's a good movie or not.
Oh, Superfly.
It is. No, it is.
Yeah,
No.
I seen that movie like a million times.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's cold as hell.
It's good. I have to check it out.
You gotta check it out. It's a classic movie. It's so cold.
Yeah.
It's so
Okay.
70s, but it's so damn cold.
Yeah,
a
it
good
is.
movie.
No.
Yeah, it's like
It's hit or miss in the
I love
70s.
those old pimp movies though. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so fucking cool, man.
I'm like the biggest blaxploitation fan.
Oh
What they call
my
it,
God.
blaxploitation. I love all
Yeah,
them
Black-
damn movies.
yeah.
I love all of
Okay.
them too. Yep.
I've seen a few, and it's like some of them I can get with. Like I sat through like Let's Do It Again. Like that was fire. But like Blackula, I couldn't really get with. So I was like,
Blackula's funny. That's comedy.
It's stuff that you can sample from, man.
Hey, that's true.
Gold
That's
mines,
true.
man.
Yeah.
Gold
Dolomite,
mines, and the
all that
music,
shit.
and just the dialogue. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's dope.
Yeah.
You know?
it's fire though. That's true. The music just cut into the movie is very
Yeah.
good. Most of the times, yeah. And the last one, here's kind of like my what is the Space Jam soundtrack, the original.
That shit go hard.
I
That
thought
shit go
about that
hard.
one too.
No, that shit goes. No,
I'm glad you said it though.
Yeah, me too. That
I
shit,
played that thing out. You hear me like from Seal. It had what that Hit 'em High song. Monica was on there.
Yeah.
Julio.
Like the ego. Yeah. Hell
Yes. It was phenomenal from beginning to end. Like the Slam Jam song at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Fire. I played that album out.
That
That's
brings
what's
back
up.
memories right
Yeah,
there.
me too. I used to play that damn fly like you
Yeah,
do.
exactly. I love the original, and then I love the Seal one. You know what I mean?
Remake,
So
yeah.
yeah.
I think Seal snapped on that, man. I like the
Yeah.
original too, but I think Seal just like made it kind of his own or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
He just killed that shit.
It is dope.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mhm.
I didn't hear the original first. I heard Seal's version first, and it's just like,
Oh,
oh,
me too.
okay.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he did his thing. Like the original is cool, but like I prefer Seal's if I had to pick,
Yeah.
for sure.
I just like the original. I love like that old like 70s sound and music.
Yeah.
I just feel like that shit is just fucking dope. But
Yeah.
I do love the Seal version because Seal's dope. You know.
Yeah. And it fits so good with the movie. Like,
Yeah, it did.
at the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my my top 5. Those are the ones that I like heard the most, that I listened to the most, that like I would listen to today. Like all of that music is on my phone. So
Dope. Do you have, so your number one out of all 5 was that the Bodyguard?
yeah,
you would
for
say?
sure. I Have Nothing smashes everything on any of these other soundtracks to me.
Nothing.
Yes, she don't have nothing without she ain't got him. Okay. So for my honorable mentions,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
quite a few.
Yeah.
Not quite a few, but I have like 6 here. And I'll just run through them real quick.
All of them. Yeah, we need to know. Let's go.
All right. So the first one is the most current one is Black Panther.
Okay. Yeah.
Slaps.
And I,
That was pretty good.
Yep.
it was fire. Kendrick did his
Yeah.
thing. I was going on
Yeah.
deployment. Like the movie came out like a couple weeks before I went on deployment.
Okay.
And throughout the movie, I'm like, okay. And then you get to the credits and you're like,
Oh
what the
my God.
fuck
Yeah.
is this?
Yeah.
That All the
That's
Stars
what
with
got me,
SZA
yeah.
and Kendrick. I was like, yo, I
Yeah.
downloaded walking out of the theater, fire, and it got me
Yeah.
through deployment. That soundtrack was just, and then you had like Weeknd was on there, but it was mostly
Yep.
Kendrick, right, with a bunch of
Yeah,
features.
it was mostly like Kendrick. It was like Kendrick's
Mhm.
like album, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dope.
Who gonna
dope,
pray for me?
yeah.
That shit.
That
All
was
that shit.
dope, Yeah.
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
So that's definitely one of the more recent ones that was just like really good to me.
Yeah.
This one almost made the first list, but it just didn't quite do it for me. It was Soul Food.
I put the yeah. That
Oh,
was
Soul
my
Food.
mention.
Soul Food, yeah. I used to
Yeah.
love the I
Oh,
Care
okay.
About You song, the
Forgot
Drew
about
Hill song,
Yeah,
SWV
Mama
song for Mama.
Yeah.
My, that was on there.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was on there.
Yeah. Okay. Cause they were like,
I used to love that song. It makes me
Me too.
emotional. Love my mama.
Shout out to Miles.
It's so sad because I want to say that's when,
For real.
if I can remember the movie right, that's when the grandmother passed away, right?
Man, don't be telling us the movie, man. Some people might not have seen it.
Oh, listen, if you ain't seen the damn movie,
You ain't seen Soul Food, you
You ain't seen
late.
Soul
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah,
Like
you
30
late,
years
late.
old.
Well, I guess
that
you
shit
late.
used to make me emotional because it was like before my grandmother passed away. So I was like, damn. So you
Yeah.
sitting there thinking like, damn, man.
Yeah, it's just real, right?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
real
definitely.
life, real.
Oh,
Yeah.
And okay, the next one we got Whitney again. Preacher's Wife is a certified gospel album, in my opinion.
You remember that?
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
one of my
I remember, yeah.
favorites. I watch it every Christmas. But when I really wanted a real gospel album from her, and this is the closest that we got, and it was freaking fantastic. The other one is Claudine, a 70s movie. James Earl Jones and Diane Carroll.
Claudine.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with it, but phenomenal movie, phenomenal soundtrack. Curtis Mayfield again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he
I don't
did
know if y'all know
Claudine
that.
too?
Claudine. Yeah, he did that one too. And it was mostly Gladys Knight and the Pips. He did most of the writing and producing, and it was Gladys Knight and the Pips who did most of the songs.
Okay.
So
Wow.
that's what made me like fall in love with Gladys Knight. Because I saw the movie, like I was in college, and I asked my aunt. I asked somebody on my dad's side of the family. I forget who it was. It might have been my cousin. I asked them about the movie, and they're like, "Oh yeah," and they had the album for the Claudine album, and they put it on. I was like, "Yo, fire!" So I got on LimeWire and was like,
LimeWire.
after like 7 weeks, I had the album. So
Dope.
After 7 weeks.
I had the whole
You said 7 weeks. I just got
7
what
weeks.
said,
You know
like,
how LimeWire used to be, child. A mess.
Going queue, staying
Man,
queue. Like, what the fuck?
Man, I used to leave my computer on for like 5 days. I let my computer on for 5. I didn't even turn it off.
And then it'd be the wrong song anyway. You'd be like, man, F this.
That's how people used to get it. They used to sneak their own. They put someone else's title on there and put their song on there. And you'd be downloading
Hell
this one
yeah.
song. I was like,
Yeah, I'm like, man. Oh, bitch, you be pissed, man.
Now you learn to like it because it took so long to download.
yeah,
I'ma
you
put
like,
it-
listen, I'm gonna keep this. I'm putting this on my MP3 player.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, my last two, Best Man Holiday, just a good Christmas album. And then the last
Best Man
one
Holiday.
is Goofy Movie because Tevin
Goofy.
Campbell Stand Out
Yeah.
and Eye to Eye was fucking fire. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please get in the know because this shit was flames.
Goofy movie?
Goofy Movie. And it's only those two songs really, Stand Out and Eye to Eye by Tevin Campbell, who is also known as Powerline in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
That movie too. That's what's
No,
up. That's dope.
Yes,
Good
yeah,
list.
you got a good a great top 5 and honorable mentions is cold.
Yeah.
Your honorable mentions could be like top 5s, like
I mean,
Yeah, it's like a second list, really.
I know.
really, it was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Claudine, The Preacher's Wife,
Yes.
Goofy
Fire.
movie, Best Man Holiday, Soul Food. I forgot about Soul Food. They had some
Yeah,
bangers
nah.
on that.
Yeah. I had Soul Food as an honorable mention too. That's
Oh
how
yeah, okay. Black Panther.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
Boomerang. I gotta watch Boomerang. It's been a minute. Boomerang is dope.
Halle Berry and Boomerang, man. Halle Berry and everything, man. What the?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was. Man. That's before she blew.
Yeah.
Oh, I my man's in there. Rest in peace. You gotta coordinate. You got to coordinate. Coordinate.
Yes,
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
that's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Classic. Superfly. That's
Yes.
well, that's on my list. But Superfly, you already know it's on my list. So shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great list. It's a great. Wait, we got to give it for AYEJENAE'S. Great list.
Oh, definitely.
Great
definitely.
honorable mentions. Dope. Dope.
Yeah, we can go the best if you just fuck with me. I can keep you with the best. I'm gonna keep you. I can keep you with the best if you just fuck with me. I can keep you with the best. I'm gonna treat you. I can keep you with the best. Eating good, shopping sprees. I can keep you with the best. Give you what you want. I can keep you with the best if you just fuck with me. I can keep you with the best. I'm that nigga.